Assalamualaikum. My name is Nova Fakira. For this assignment, which is video critique, our teammates have chosen Cruella film. The film Cruella established in 2021. So let's move on to Cruella synopsis. The film Cruella tells the story of Estella, a young woman. Estella is a bright and young thief who is determined on making a name for herself in the fashion world. Estella, orphaned and penniless at the age of 12, meet Horace and Jasper, two thieves who share her passion for mischief, and the three of them make a living on the streets of London. Estella embraces her dark side and transforms into the raucous and revenge-driven Cruella Devil when she befriends fashion legend Baroness von Hellman.
As the department stores that stock your range, we thought perhaps we could give you some input. Feedback.
Oh, great. I'll start, shall I? My feedback. You're short, you're fat, you smell like an anchovy, you're colourblind, but you pretend you aren't. You're a man who can't take responsibility. Your revenues are down 15%. Your foot traffic by 12.5%. Yes, I do my own research. Your store hasn't been refurbished since the Blitz. People don't know whether to buy a frock or duck and cover, and most of the funds meant for refurbs are being embezzled by you, stashing them in Swiss bank account number 3225476, to be precise. That's me.
Let's see the negative critical incident, which is inappropriate behavior, offensive language, and unethical attitude. For the first point of negative critical incident is inappropriate behavior. Estella walks into Baroness' room without knocking while Baroness is having a meeting. She stays in the room rather than leaving when she noticed they were having a meeting. The analysis for this critical incident is the scene demonstratesEstella's lack of office etiquette, as she does not knock on the door before entering the room. And for the effect, in the workplace, she does not treat others with respect and show professionalism. Next, the recommendation is to show respect for other people's privacy, avoid opening doors without first knocking. Application of theory to demonstrate proper workplace behavior. Estella should knock on the door before entering or respect Baroness' privacy.
Grubby girl, get me lunch. Soy salmon, lemon zest risotto, cucumber sliced into 2-inch diagonals at 1/8 of an inch widths.
The second negative critical incident is offensive language. For example, when the Baroness entered the hall, she addressed Estella as "grubby girl," which is a term of abuse. The analysis for this critical incident is analysis as an employer. Baroness used an inappropriate term to address Estella, her employee. And for the effect, it will make people feel uncomfortable and may lead to misunderstanding if you use inappropriate language when addressing them. Next, the recommendation is showing consideration for others through manners, speech, and behavior when conversing with someone. Last is application of theory. Therefore, Baroness as an employer should address her workers properly, whether calling their name or rank. The third negative critical incident is unethical attitude. For example, Estella was asked by her boss, Gerald, to clean his room. While taking out the trash, Estella stole one of the alcoholic drinks in the room. Then she got drunk and started to vandalize the company property. The analysis for this critical incident is the scene portrays an ethical and inappropriate attitude by Estella. She steals the alcohol and vandalizes the mannequin, which is a company property. And for the effect, in the workplace, she got fired because she gave bad impression of herself and tarnished the company reputation. Next, the recommendation is an ethical employee should maintain the good reputation of the company that she or he works with.
You keep saying you got something for me, something you call love, but confess you've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin', and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
I just can't leave you looking like that. Be cruel.
Yeah. You keep lying when you ought to.
Why'd you go to sleep in a window?
The third negative critical accident is unethical attitude. For example, Estella was asked by her boss, Gerald, to clean his room. While taking out the trash, Estella stole one of the alcoholic drinks in the room. Then she got drunk and started to vandalize the company property. The analysis for this critical incident is the scene portrays an ethical and inappropriate attitude by Estella. She steals the alcohol and vandalizes the mannequin, which is a company property. And for the effect, in the workplace, she got fired because she gave bad impression of herself and tarnished the company reputation. Next, the recommendation is an ethical employee should maintain the good reputation of the company that she or he works with. Last is application of theory. Estella should follow her boss' order, which is cleaning up his room without having the intention to touch any Carol belongings. She should stay showing the best impression of herself and should manage to not mix her personal life issue and work life.
All right. How do I look?
Fabulous.
Well, I know that. Show me. How would you have done it? I think you're something.
Next, I will go on to discuss the fourth point, which is positive personalities. The story begins when Estella is asked by Berenice to draw the dress in her own style. Estella's sketch captivated Berenice, who the indirectly complimented by saying, "I think you are something." Based on the analysis of this story, this scene demonstrated that despite saying it indirectly, Berenice praised Estella's work. The effect is Estella was happy to hear the praises that she can't help but to smile. Appreciating gestures have a positive effect on the person, allowing them to improve and grow. So, the recommendation that can be obtained from this scene are, as an employer, practicing a culture of celebration more frequently can help to motivate and boost employees' motivation. As a result, Berenice should give her employee more praise. This could help her employees work more efficiently.
Unhinged. Well, you're fired. Pasty, pasty, pasty. Why are you speaking?
I think you've nicked me.
Fabrics, you give me a red like that.
Besides that, unprofessional leadership is the next negative effect of this movie. This begins when Berenice, the boss or leader in the company, is showing an unprofessional behavior by giving negative yet discouraging comment toward her employees and also hurt Estella. Based on the analysis, this scene depicts how unprofessional Berenice is. She is unprofessional and a terrible boss because she gave discouraged comment towards her employees and also easily fired one of them. The effect is this behavior make the employee lose respect toward their employer. In the long run, all the Berenice employees might quitting their job despite the encouragement they laid to face. The recommendation that can be given is Berenice should serve as a role model to her employees. She should be concerned and taking care of her workers as a family since they all work together. The application of the story is the Berenice should set a good example by rejecting their ideas and share the opinion on how to make it look better.
She wants you. Hurry up. Come on.
Ah, here she is. Late. Grab a pad.
Okay, for the next incident is the critical incident 6, which is the unpunctuality, which is in that scenes Estella is unpunctual because she come late to work, making the Berenice, her boss, and other employees waiting for her before the meetings. And for the analysis in these scenes, this scene show how unpunctual Estella was as she come late to work and making her boss, the Berenice, and the employer wait for her before the meetings. That this is affect the meeting delay and waste of time Berenice. And for the recommendations, Estella should have be punctual on your work and write a journal daily schedule for time go to work. And for the application of theory, Estella should be punctual on her work no matter if it is an individual work or group work. She should also start journaling her daily schedule and important submission.
Who the hell else would I drink to?
To me? For creating your signature piece?
You're helpful to me is all. As soon as you're not, you're dust.
Inspiring talk. Thank you.
Okay, the next is the critical incident 7, which is the narrative pause. In these scenes, the Berenice gives herself a toast instead of Estella, the one who created her signature pitch. To which then she claimed that Estella was only helping her other than just being a dust. The analysis of these scenes, The Baroness uncovered personality of a leader in the workplace that affect Estella of being undervalued at work, hence resulting in the feeling of unappreciated by her boss, the Baroness. And for the recommendation, the Baroness have to rewarding and acknowledging employees is an excellent ways to keep the gratitude momentum going. Also, it encourage them to keep up the excellent job. And for the application of this theory, too much of self-praise is unethical behavior to make us to think your own horn. It's not comfortable for most people, especially when it is for the work you didn't do.
And I always trust my instincts.
I thought maybe if you tighten the silhouette.
Oh, you thought, did you?
I think it's better.
Actually, it is.
For the critical incident 8, which is the listening to employer. In that scene, Baroness and Stella, we are discussing about the fashion shows, and then Stella tried to give her opinion to Baroness about the dresses, and Baroness agree with her. For the analysis of these scenes, at the first, Baroness was cynical, but in the end, she agreed that Stella's idea would be good. Baroness, as employer, listened her employer opinions that effect they create a productive and pleasant work environment full of diverse ideas that respect. For the recommendations, Baroness should listen more to her employer without talking down to them when she do not like her ideas. For the application of this theory, listening to employer opinion encourage team members to be open and honest while empowering them to find solution to problem on their own.
Sir, I just wanted to say I really am a dab hand with the needles. For alterations can use anything.
Why are you talking and not cleaning? Did you do all the bathrooms according to the regulations I gave you? Soap, water, mop, bleach, polish.
I did.
In that order?
Yes. The alterations, you wouldn't...
Lastly is the critical incident 9, which is the disrespecting employer. That since Mr. Liberty did not give Estella any opportunity to speak because she merely works as a janitor, which is a low-level position. Instead, he just shut the door in her face. Okay, for the analysis of the scenes, Mr. Liberty has a very poor ethic in terms of respecting his employer, which is Estella. That's effect Mr. Liberty rude behavior toward Estella, he will earn the same respect he give. For the recommendation, it is deal of employer to say no in more appropriate ways, such as listening to the employer before rejecting completely, as every employer deserves to be treated with respect and decency. For the application of this theory, it is extremely disrespectful because regardless of your position, you must guarantee that all your actions are fair and equitable, especially if you are in a position of leadership. For the conclusion in this movie, Cruella is an amazing movie as it pictures an epic journey filled with anxiety, fun, and adventure, especially on the behavior in the workplace. Either it's good or bad, all these video except we share just now highlight the importance of respecting employer, complimenting employers, and changing opinion with others, and being an efficient worker. All of these aspects of communication we can infer not only affect our relationship, but also teach us how to communicating successfully, ultimately maintaining a strong ethical culture within the organization is the key in building trust among the workforce.